Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I talk a bit about my last week in games. And as always, we'll start with EVE Online where, well, I did a little bit more exploration in Minmatar space, but I think we can sort of confirm that it's getting very busy there. In fact, one of the comments even mentioned it, that it is now the spot between Jita and Amar, that middle waypoint where those trade hubs are really taking advantage of that, and as a result you're just getting more activity, more competition. We're seeing a lot more ships fly around there, including all of the typical exploration ships, but also Tech 3 cruisers. I found quite a few of them zooming around there in Minmatar space, and so as a result things have slowed down considerably when it comes to me finding good sites for exploration and thus also finding good loot. So I'm probably going to end that experiment. And next up, I think we're going to go for a little bit of easy living close to Jita in Caldari space. I'd already started a little bit of an experiment there because there are a few systems, and especially the, let's see, I wrote it down here, Hyasioda Corporation, that has a lot of level 4 security mission agents. And I think that's going to be my next goal, to finally set up that base of operations in Caldari space, get us mission ready there. That'll probably be the focus for that place in Iona in Galente space. We actually have a nice all-around situation, a couple of level 4 mission agents, good exploration, but also good mining, a lot of belts in that place, and it's pretty central, it's in a pretty good spot. Then of course we also have our base of operations in Solitude, which is like our getaway in if we get war decked or if we get into trouble. You know, that's a high-sec island that's pretty safe. Mostly mining and exploration is what we can do over there. And so next up we've got the Amar one, of course, where I do the research because all the blueprints are still there. But that's a really bad spot for missions again. So it's mostly again resource gathering and exploration. And so it's finally going to be time, I think, to build up that Caldari base of operations, and we're going to try and get a golem there. So I need, I think, a little bit more earning before I can buy it and still keep my wallet in the place that I want it. I like that way of looking at things personally. It sets a little goal for me: earn this much more ISK, buy the hull and the fittings, and you know, just stay in a certain spot with your wallet. It helps for me personally to stay motivated and to try and then actually reach that goal. But yeah, we didn't make a lot of progress last week because of course all the exploration results there have been so bad. Well, that's going to be the next leg when it comes to actual news for EVE Online. Didn't see that much new information. We did have that free-for-all with frigates in Losec. I couldn't join it myself. I did manage to catch a little bit of the live stream. Looked very interesting, like thousands of frigates given out, and then from time to time some really big ships. That would be a challenge for like maybe, I don't know, 150 or so frigates to go after, like orcas and some other capital ships. Very cool to actually watch. One thing though, I think there's one disadvantage being in Losec. If you aggress someone, you will start to lose security status because of doing that, but overall it looks like it was a great success and it looked like a lot of fun from the stream. So definitely is very nice as well to see that, and this is actually what's happening at the moment, of course, with CCP. I think basically focusing on getting stuff done at the moment in the development. I really think that what they're trying is like pretty new. If the small hints that we've gathered so far, you know, do come true, like smaller types of structures with a certain influence in a certain part of space, probably only system wide or maybe not even that. You know, it's definitely new stuff. It needs quite a bit of development, testing, all of that in-house stuff. So their focus is probably on actually getting some stuff done and ready. And as a result, they don't really have that much time for more story stuff. You know, really big updates with a lot of new stuff all of a sudden, with challenges, NPCs starting to do all of those different stuff. So it's up to the players then to entertain themselves and to organize some events like the big war, of course. That's still going on, I think, and is entertaining a lot of people. But also, you know, these types of events where you give out a lot of small ships, you get a free for all, and CCP is definitely willing. The community team is willing to help out with these types of events, because of course they streamed all of that to give it a lot of exposure, a lot of interest there, and I think it was pretty damn successful. So it was definitely cool to just watch from the sidelines and see all of that action happening. Yeah, very, very, very nice, and definitely something that if you're new to the game, you know, it's not too punishing if you don't know what to do just yet. You know, losing some security status won't necessarily matter that much, and you learn a lot, of course. You actually get into some PvP situations. You may find out the hard way that some frigates are better than others in certain situations, but you know, you could just dock back up and grab another one, go back out there, and keep going after people. It was pretty damn cool. All in all, I would say a slow week in EVE Online, but that's the name of the game at the moment, and I do feel that the efforts that you put into the game at the moment are very rewarding, because of course at the moment it's very hard to get stuff done, but if you manage to do it, you're just getting ahead of almost anyone else in the game at the moment. And so you may be asking, so you get time to watch the stream, but you can't join the event yourself. What the hell were you doing? Well, I was playing more Space Engineers. It's got its hooks back in me. I still have that goal of creating a large block base ship, sort of a Borg cube. And I went for it this time, started a fresh world so that I wouldn't feel like I was wasting a lot of the resources and a lot of the efforts on like a ground base first. I just went straight for that large grid ship in a block form, and it's working out quite well so far. It's basically 9x9s that are like close together. The inside of all of the blocks are basically 7x7, and that allows me to put in an engine block or quite a bit of capacity for hydrogen, for cargo, and then we're combining all of that into just one big ass base ship, and that's what I've been working on. You know, I'm a little bit addicted, I'll admit that. All of the plans as to how I want to build the cube are constantly spinning in my mind, and I'm even dreaming about it. All right, I gotta do this, I gotta do that next, and we're gonna build up this block, I'm gonna add the fences this way, need the solar panels. It's just constantly playing in my mind, like being a little bit addicted to that at the moment, and I just want to keep going, keep building it up. And on top of that, the world that I seem to have stumbled upon here seems very interesting, because we're like 15 kilometers away from a red signal. So there's like I think we saw that in the previous series as well. So you can spawn straight into a medical room that gives you like a decently good sized bluish base, and then close to that is like a pirate facility, a salvage facility. That probably does stuff. I really don't know exactly what it does just yet, but we actually you know, have a spawn point this time that's very close to that salvage base. So that's going to be part of the goal, of course, to try and take that out and assimilate all of the technology and all of the resources that base can potentially provide. And then when I look up at the sky, you know, someone actually mentioned it, the planets don't move, it's actually the stars that move to give a day-night cycle, but that's the same thing with moons and things like that. And so there's a moon, a big ass moon, very close by, I think. I mean, it could be far away, but I think it's going to be pretty close by. And then I'm actually probably already able to see a Mars-like planet, and perhaps even an alien planet as well, all within reach from the start. So I mean, that's really cool. I want to get that cube ready. I want to be able to take it into space so that we can get more resources, build it out, start building up drones, and I want to have that Space Engineers adventure. But that does mean, you know, in survival mode, quite a bit of resource grinding. Building everything up in a large grid ship takes a lot of resources and a lot of time, a lot of traveling to build up like the scaffolds, the outer shell, and things like that. So it's quite time intensive, but for me it's also pretty relaxed. I can definitely, you know, get the second screen, watch a couple of YouTube videos, maybe a movie or a stream, a live stream, like of course the EVE Online live stream, and then just work on my plans. All right, we're gonna work on this cube, that's an engine cube, I need this, that, start building, and just, you know, gather resources and start building that up. With one of you guys, by the way, also gave me that tip to look into the build planner. I now understand it, I'm able to use it, very efficient, also keeps you from making mistakes and having to do double trips and things like that. So it smoothened out my experience quite a lot, and I feel like we're gonna make some nice progress working on our Borg cube in Space Engineers. And that sucked up quite a lot of my free time, so as a result, that was my last week in games, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.